Well, I know it's not Halloween yet, but if you visited Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, just about any other big box store, you've seen the Christmas decor is already out. But right now, you're looking at live at the Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm in Clare, Michigan. There's 71 days until Christmas. Director Nick has already bought his present for me. No? Okay. We're just a few weeks away from that big Christmas tree going up in Campus Marshes. And if you're planning on decorating your home for the holidays, you might want to start early. One of the nation's largest artificial Christmas tree importers is warning there may be limited inventory because of tariffs. The National Tree Company says it raised prices by 10% this year and brought in 25% less inventory. We're talking, of course, fake Christmas trees and all kinds of decor. So we wanted to know if you should expect to see these type of shortages throughout Christmas, whether it be gifts or decor. Joining me right now is Dr. Jeff Reitmer with the Department of Global Supply Chain Management over at Wayne State University. Jeff, always good to have you here. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
First of all, I'm sure you're not surprised at all by this company saying that prices are up, we're ordering less, prepare for a difference in the holiday shopping season.
Yeah, not surprised at all because the tariffs really hit during the buying season.
Right.
It's much like fashion. You're buying the winter stuff in the middle of summer,
Yeah.
so the lead time's long.
Yeah.
Same thing with Christmas, Halloween stuff. So the shortages probably will be there. Prices will probably be a lot higher.
So when we go to the Home Depot and the Lowe's and all the other stores that we buy these trees at, are we going to see less on the shelves or higher prices or both?
Both. You may not see the selection, and the prices probably will be up based upon the amount of inventory they brought in.
Okay.
About 70 to 80% of all that stuff is imported.
Right, because as you mentioned, they started buying their stuff probably back in June, July?
Yeah.
All right. So that's decor we're talking about. What about just the overall holiday shopping that we're doing for, presents and gifts for everybody in our families and our loved ones? How do we plan out? Because I'm assuming tariffs will have an effect there too.
It will. It's kind of like when we had the pandemic and stuff started slowing down coming out of China. Toys and all of that stuff, and they told you to buy early.
Right.
Same type of thing. If you see it, you probably want to buy it now.
Buy it now, right. I had an interesting conversation with another professor who was talking about how, we always see that high demand for that one hot toy or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a Labubu or whatever it is this year. What happens on an item like that that's already in high demand?
It becomes more of one of those self-perpetuating things, like the paper products during the pandemic. Demand shoots up.
Okay.
During the pandemic and paper products, some of that stuff went up by 500%.
Really?
So you see all of this demand, and you don't have the supply. So that's when you have to go to eBay and try to find one for $200 over asking price.
Like getting an Eras Tour ticket.
Yeah, essentially.
Right. So if I'm a consumer, if I'm just Joe or Sally Smith at home and trying to figure out not only how do I plan, how do I budget for the holiday season, is there an answer?
You have to start looking at it now. You can't wait till like Black Friday, because if you do that, you probably won't find what you want.
Okay.
So start looking at it now, start understanding what you're going to buy, and then start budgeting for those items.
Yeah. I remember earlier on when some of these tariffs were announced that you and I had a lengthy conversation, mainly around the auto industry, which obviously has been hit. In fact, I think I saw yesterday GM said a $1.6 billion loss based on down demand and tariff increases.
Yep.
I don't think many people thought originally that would spill over into their everyday lives, but it's affecting almost everything now, isn't it?
It is. And we import so much because we don't manufacture it here.
Right.
But like the tariffs on the stuff you make furniture out of. We had some furniture made, and the delay was they couldn't get the padding in.
Oh,
It
really?
all came from overseas.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a manufacturer here in the States.
Right,
So
right.
it increased the lead time on that.
Yeah. We also had a story yesterday, President Trump talking about tariff issues with China, Beijing, just kitchen cabinets now. They were talking about 25, 50, even 100% tariffs. I understand a lot of that from his perspective. He's using it as a negotiation tool, as a tactic. But in some instances, things actually went into effect and have cost us a lot of money. Can you kind of go through that trickle-down effect of how that tariff does eventually get to the consumer?
The importer pays that tariff.
Right.
And then whoever buys that from that importer is going to pay some of that too. And it will eventually trickle down to the consumer. They don't have a choice.
Right.
Now, they've been not passing the full amount on,
Right.
but you can see as it goes along, this stuff will start, the prices will start to increase.
Well, and that was my next question for you, because I know a lot of retailers have been trying to kind of soften the blow a little bit by absorbing some of those additional costs. They can't do that forever.
Right.
So looking, into your crystal ball here, do you anticipate first quarter, second quarter next year is when we start to see even more increases?
It depends.
Okay.
If he follows through and the tariffs go into effect, then yes, second quarters, you're going to start to see more price increases. Automobile industry is a great example. Ford, GM, Stellantis has all basically come out and said, suppliers, we're not paying you anymore because you have to eat these tariffs.
Right.
So that just is going to perpetuate that. You're going to see suppliers get in cash flow problems really quick.
Yeah.
And
I also understand, of course, a lot of the conversation was about manufacturing domestically. And some of the big three have said that we're going to start doing that. But that also comes with an additional cost, doesn't it?
yes, and you guys were doing the PSA on skilled trades.
Right.
That's one of the big issues is I'm going to build these places. How can I get people to staff them?
Right.
Because there is a shortage of skilled trades.
Right.
There is not a shortage of skilled trades in Mexico and Canada, which makes it attractive.
Gotcha. Okay, Jeff, thank you so much. I always appreciate your time.
Not a problem.
Good to see you again.
Nice to see you.
We're always going to have you back, too.